Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Headshot. I'm Chris Lockey.
And I'm Rob Talbert.
And today we're talking about Mindjack, the new co-op cyber thriller from Square Enix.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. It's a good time.
Fans of the cyberpunk genre, including Blade Runner and Minority Report and the like, will find a home in this fast-paced third-person shooter. The year is 2031 AD. A new era. Sophisticated and complex technologies are now contributing to the advancement of mankind. However, the world's governments are crumbling. New corrupt powers arise, and conspiracies proliferate.
Ooh. So in all seriousness, though, this game is actually about jumping from mind to mind, body to body, robot to robot. A lot of fun stuff going on in this game. You play a wanderer who's kind of like this disembodied person who's at a computer terminal somewhere, kind of watching everything that's going on and jumping from body to body, hacking minds, if you will. Not jacking minds, like the title may suggest. No, hacking minds.
So with that in mind, we're going to take a look at a few pointers for combat basics here in Mindjack, because there's a lot going on. It's fast, it's furious, there are a lot of choices and a lot of ways to go about it.
But you gotta have a strategy.
You do.
It's the key to life. And Mindjack. Well, for me, Chris, I found myself running in, when I first started playing this game, just running in, balls to the walls, going crazy, shooting everybody, and 9 times out of 10, that would not be successful for me. What I did discover, however, though, is once you beat up an opponent enough or shoot them enough, they go down, and you have the ability to turn them into your slave, if you will. You can mind hack them, and then they'll fight for you. So what I recommend is amassing as many of those as possible, whether it's, armed guards, droids, just people, whatever
Civilians.
it is.
You can actually
Anybody.
hack into civilians on the street. They pick up a pistol, they go to fight, and then you can jump right back into your original host body.
Right, and the best thing about this is once you have this army going, you can use it as a distraction to then take over a body that may be behind the action and get the vantage point on your enemies.
There are a variety of hosts, and it's almost like a wave-based, full frontal attack from this huge horde of enemies that just keeps coming. And so it's easy to lean on your old tactics as far as going for the headshot is concerned, or, the quick and easy kill. However, while that may be effective to dispatch a really big number of enemies in a short amount of time, in the long run, it's not going to win you the game for Mindjack.
You gotta have finesse in this game. You gotta think things through, you gotta have a plan.
So even though it's going to be fun to go ahead and pop a bullet into the dome piece on some of these guards, don't shoot them in the face. Shoot them in the kneecaps, shoot them in the chest. Make them go prone. That way, they'll be a perfect target for your distance mind hack. And at any point in time, you can do the remote mind hack on, I think it's up to 3.
Yeah, depending on how much juice you've got left. I don't know what that's actually called in the game. It's like a blue bar, and once that's spent, you can't hack more and more people. It's usually about 3 to 4, though.
And like you said, it's not just people, it's robotic sentries and drones, and there are a few really zany, off-the-wall, super crazy science fiction.
Ape people.
Yeah, the ape mutant was really one of my favorites. I actually stumbled onto that by accident in one of the stages because I hacked out of my original host and just sort of did the quick cycle through the different hosts in the area with the right one. And that's a good way to assess your situation at any point in time because you really need to work the terrain. The cover system's pretty intuitive.
You can move from cover to cover, yeah. But you definitely want to... I'm actually glad you brought that up, Chris, because one thing you definitely want to do is when you get into a new area is just quick cycle through all of your available targets because no matter how close you are to them, it will show you what you've got available in that said environment. And once you've seen what you've got, you can kind of establish a plan based upon that. Well, I've got a couple civilians here, or I've got a guard here, maybe an explosive droid, maybe a cybernetic chimp. I don't know. Whatever you got, though, then you can get your plan, you could go and blow shit up. It's good. I like it.
Since terrain plays such a big part in the combat in Mindjack, one good thing to do is in any new area you find yourself in, go ahead and survey the scene and find out where the local ammo dump is. You'll recognize those ammo dumps because they sort of look like little stepladders,
luggage racks
with satchels full of crazy high-tech bullets.
Yeah, and speaking of weapons, Chris, I found myself actually using my default pistol more than I used a lot of the weapons in the game just because of the power and the accuracy behind that. If you've got a good, steady hand, you can pop guys in maybe 1-2 shots right to the head with the default pistol.
I respect that, but like we mentioned earlier, you got to be careful with those headshots. You don't want to take guys down too quickly, so I found myself using one of the semi-automatic rifles from the enemy guards, which really punched in nicely with the zoom, so it really kind of had that accuracy you're talking about, but it let me sort of control the battlefield a little better in terms of...
Fine, Chris.
Well,
fine. No, that's fine.
Well,
Shit all over my argument. That's okay.
Well, it's a thinking man's game,
Whatever.
so,
I like to blow blow stuff up.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode of Headshot. Shh. Wait, what?
Mindjack, are you ready?
All right.